Hey everyone, I'm going to help you set up your iPad to be ready to record writing within an app. So the first thing you want to do is in settings, and you want to go to the control center and make sure you've added screen recording, and that means it's going to appear in the control center when you pull down like this. The icon that's flashing red right now is the screen record. So if you haven't got it there already, you just hit the plus button like alarm. There's a green plus next to it. If I hit that, it'll move up into the top area, which is all of the apps that I'm accessing from my control center. Once you've done that, to start a video, all you need to do is pull down the control center. So I'm just using one finger to swipe down from the top right corner and then tap the button once. It will count down 3, 2, 1, and then it will start flashing like mine is. Now, something to be really mindful of, if you hold that button now, so I'm long pressing, it will tell you where the video is going and how long it is so far. But this microphone on button underneath, by default, the first time you use it is set to off. And so I'm pre-warning you that if you just start recording, you'll end up with a video with no audio. So making sure that that is red and the microphone is on. And then to get out of it, you just tap the screen and tap again. So now I'm recording my screen, I can get into one of my apps. So there are 3 apps that I sometimes use to make videos. So Numbers is probably the easiest one. Now, if you've got an Apple Pencil, you can just start writing and it will automatically start a drawing. What I have done here is, if I'm creating a spreadsheet, I'm starting with a blank. If you just tap the circle in the top corner, you can delete the entire table, and then you've got a blank canvas that lets you scroll infinitely in both directions. So however you want to write, you can. So Numbers is good because you can insert images. I could take a photo that I have on my iPad that I've emailed myself or airdropped from my laptop or my phone. I could take a photo from the camera. I could add an equation using the equation editor, but I want to do a drawing. So there's a few different options. There's the pen, the pencil, just depending on what kind of look you want. Now I'm doing this with my hand. I have to use 2 fingers to scroll up and down. The crayon is my personal favorite. I don't know why I like it, but I do. Paintbrush. So that's going to paint whole regions. It's probably not so useful for us. And the eraser. So you can also use the lasso tool. I haven't really used that, but that can just be used to select a bunch of stuff if you wanted to move it around or delete it all at once. Okay, so that is, and we're hitting done when we're done. That is Numbers. I also like Penultimate because that gives you really nice graph paper. It's not infinite scrolling like Numbers is. Again, 2 fingers to scroll up and down, otherwise it's going to be drawing. A couple of different options of pens. I don't know what that one does. That's a selecting tool as well. A bit more limited in what it can do compared to Numbers, but very similar. And you could use sketches as well. I've used sketches if I wanted something to look really, really fancy, because it's got a lot more variety in the type of brushes you can use. So Numbers is my preference. There will also be a video on how to use Explain Everything if you want to write over the top of slides and things like that. But in the short term, everyone has access to Numbers. Penultimate, I believe, is also free. There's a paid version, but the free version is good enough for writing on top of something. So even if you don't have a stylus or a pencil, you can create written videos using your finger, using any of those